And we're back. Thank you guys for hanging in there with us today. We're now at our 7th grade state championship. We're going to get Bixby White. They're going to be in the blue jerseys, the gray pants. We're going to get Broken Arrow Black, who are in the all-white uniforms with the shiny black helmets. I think they actually spent time this week polishing them bad boys. They've got some shine coming to them. Just like many other state championship games we've had, both teams undefeated. We're going to get 8-minute quarters. Chris, what is your take on what it's going to be for Broken Arrow to win this game?
Ball control, good defense. That's been the really situation for every
single game, yeah.
And I don't think that changes, even if it's in the 7th grade or all. Line control is going to be very key for this game as well. These are two teams that go all the way back to the 1st grade competing, all the way through high school. So, to me, this is going to be probably one of the better matchups, honestly.
I was excited for this one. The other one that I was super excited for was actually that 5th grade team, TYAA in Hilldale, just because I've played against TYAA. I've played college football with guys that came out of that group.
Right.
And just every single year they're so dominant, and they've got good players. There's so many guys in the NFL right now that came out of the TYAA. It's not even funny.
Isn't that crazy to think, You're just thinking, wow,
it's huge.
The lineage.
And that doesn't stop just with there. You can come to Bixby. Chris Harris, who was a 4-time All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler. He's from Bixby. Played against him. He was a senior when I was a freshman. You get these guys that come out of Broken Arrow. Not to mention Jinx. I mean, just name a year where Jinx didn't at least make the state championship.
1990, early 90.
Yeah,
ish.
You would have to Google it. Is the point. But here tonight we're going to get 7th grade. This is the last game these kids will ever play before it turns into middle school.
Actually, I think I do know the answer. It was 1990. Same year my high school went, my alma mater at Lawton Ike went national champions.
That's right. Lawton Ike won national championship that year. That was also the first year where helmets got face masks.
Hey, I did say I was older than dirt, but man, go easy on me.
So tonight we've got, well, we're just going to go ahead and name the coaches off that I've got in front of me here for this roster. For Broken Arrow, the association president, Chad Lott, their head coach, Norris Myers, the assistant coaches is following Derek Newberry, J.J. Huerta, I hope I got that right, Eric Gonzalez, Delman Catton, and then Asias Betts. This is the 7th grade Broken Arrow Black. I'm going to list the roster here. Number 7, Logan Roper will not be playing tonight due to an injury. Injury, I believe. Number 2, Grayson Betts. Number 3, Davian Cato. Number 7, Logan Roper. Number 12, Grant Patrick. Number 16, Kyron Myers. Number 17, Bryce Blaylock. Number 18, Ryan Ferris. Number 21, Juan Rojas. And we're going to get the kick here from Bixby. I think Broken Arrow is expecting the onside, and there it is. However, that's not going to travel 5 yards. It's going to come back and roll around. So that is a 3-yard kick. Broken Arrow is going to have tremendous field position here. They're actually going to get the ball 3 yards in front of where the tee landed after the kick. We're going to continue. Number 22, Bryson Huerta. Number 23, Riley High. Number 24, Josiah Harris. Number 25, Edison Dennis. Number 26, Braylon Bell. Number 27, Corey Sango Jr. We're going to pause the quarterback here for Broken Arrow. Number 16, Kyron Myers. He's going to hand the ball off, and that's going to go for a no gain.
On that kickoff, it kind of reminded me of Australian rules football. It's like a boomerang. It kind of went, and it went right back.
It came right back. I actually thought it was going to pass the 40, and they were going to get the ball behind where they kicked it. I've never seen that happen before. I've seen a lot of crazy things, but that would have been the first.
Right. And the wind has died down, though.
It has. The flags are not even moving.
Yeah, it's completely dead stick right now.
So number 29, Braden Ramirez. Number 33, Diesel Peterson. Number 40, Hendrick Gonzalez. And the quarterback's going to take off running. He's going to be brought down for a no-yard gain in the speed, Chris, from this game compared to the 6th grade game. That's just a huge jump, 1 grade.
It is.
We're going to keep moving to 45, Arian Ashley. Number 65, Logan Newberry. Number 66, Patrick Barbosa. Number 74, Reed Watkins. Shout out to Reed Watkins. His dad, a former teammate and head coach of mine, Rico Watkins.
Oh,
Number
yeah.
Number 82, Fisher Constable.
Yeah, Rico Watkins, a legend in the semi-pro football ranks as a quarterback.
One of the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
Played his college ball at North Carolina A&T. They're at a pretty good college there. Came out of Booker T. Washington.
Right.
I think is the all-time leader at that school. It's an HBCU. It's nice to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fun fact, I used to be a PA announcer for Langston, an HBCU. I was the token white guy, but, man, I loved it. It was fun.
So here we're going to get a punt. So first drive for Broken Arrow, that punt is going to be – well, that first drive is going to be a punt. No points on the board. 5:57 left in the first quarter. Bixby now will get possession of the football.
Yeah. Head coach for the Bixby team, Ronnie Hopkins. Assistants are Kevin Knight, Matt Cox, Brandon Prisley, Brody Sarton, and Brian Jones. Get to the players here. Gage LaFleur, Dresson Chambers, Carson Hopkins, Brian Jones, Anthony Merez, Mikael Prince Kane. Prince is in the parentheses here, so look out for that one. We'll get some more after this play. And look at that run.
I'm going to go out on a limb, Chris, and I'm going to say that number 5, the quarterback for Bixby, is probably going to be the best runner. When the ball is in his hands, he's going to be the best that we're going to see run the football today out of any of the group. There for a minute, I thought it was going to be number 1 for that 5th grade, that quarterback for the Tulsa Boys Club. This cat right here, the way he's moving, that's some scary stuff.
We had the
running back, rather.
We had the wrong replay on that one, so we'll have to find another one here in a minute.
Quarterback's going to keep it there. He's going to go forward, breaking some tackles. And that Bixby offensive line, they are working up to the second level, Chris.
They certainly are. Great line right there. That was number 1, Gage LaFleur. Number 5 that you were talking about earlier was Brian Jones.
Keep an eye on him.
Definitely keep an eye on him.
The way he's running and the cuts that he makes, and they got him at quarterback now.
But he's going nowhere.
Wrapped up by number 25, Edison Dennis. Number 74, Reed Watkins in as well on the tackle.
And then continue on some of the players here. Number 14, Anthony Garanada. Number 16, Cruz Bear. Number 21, Gavin Wallace. Caden Lawrence. Dominique McGee II.
Uh-oh. Well, that was so the ball got snapped, but somehow the running back catches the snap. The quarterback looks at him, and the running back takes off running. Ends up getting the first down.
That's crazy. Brock Brown, Caden Lowe, Jacob Rumbraw, Jack Knight. We're seeing a change of the play. Riker Cannerall. Sutton Parrish, Brock Reagan, Landon Martin, Kyle Sudler, Miller Owsley, Christopher Williams, Hayden Henson, Gavin Roberts, Griffin Roberts, Gage Markin.
And we've got a flag on the play. And for those, we've got an update for you. Oklahoma State gets the comeback win over Iowa State, 20-14.
Wow.
That was a game that was going back and forth. Battle of the walk-ons. Iowa State just as depleted with injuries as Oklahoma State. Oklahoma, they're fighting through it as well. They lose they end up blowing a lead, losing late to West Virginia, 23-20. That will make them 5-5. OU does have to win one of the next 2 games if they want to be bowl eligible. I did not ever think I would say that.
Well,
this year, I had 8 wins figured for them at least.
Right. Unfortunately, with everything that went down from last year, it's kind of we've never seen like anything like that before in my lifetime.
It's been over 20 years that they've even been this late in the season and not guaranteed a bowl
right.
game.
And this is the first time I've ever seen in my lifetime when they went from number 6 to the highest. Now they're kind of bottom feeders. And we got another flag on the play.
Got another flag on the play.
Yeah, there was some motion, all right. It almost looked like one of those arena football. You can have 2 wide receivers going at the same time. And we're going to have a huge, huge score update in the SEC. Alabama comes back to beat Ole Miss 30-24. Ole Miss had control of the game for most of the game, honestly.
Until the last 5 minutes. Quarterback for Bixby, he's going to roll out. He's just looking for a place to run, and there he goes. Chris, did you see how fast he was? He was completely still in his first step. He was already running full speed.
That boy's got some lightning in his feet. Look at this replay.
You can see he's running right there. He's stuck, and now he's full speed.
And that's Brian Jones right there. He is just, wow.
That's so rare to see. That right there is when he gets to the high school level, you're going to see him play and maybe start as a freshman. I'm telling you right now, the way that kid moves, you don't get that very often.
No, not at all. Good football awareness, too. So here we are. I mean, second down and long, but still, what a great run that was.
He's going to take the snap. He's got a man open, but the rush is too much, and he's going to end up throwing it, and it's intercepted by Broken Arrow. He's going to take the ball up about 5 yards. There is a flag on the play. Chris, he had 2 guys wide open. He turned his hips. He did exactly what you're coached. Set your feet, flip your hips, and you're supposed to flick it. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he gets hit in the elbow as he's making the throw.
Yeah, there's nothing more that you can do about that one, though. And that's going to be going against Broken Arrow. Wow. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10.
Well, they're going to say that was actually after the play.
Is that right?
No.
Yeah.
Bixby will keep possession.
That's what I thought.
Well, hang on here. Their quarterback, it looked like he was – so the center plays nose guard and their quarterback plays linebacker, and they line up the same way.
So it looks like it's going to be
he's actually on defense. Broken Arrow does get the ball. It's going to go 15 yards back from where he landed. They're going to say it was a late hit. That looks like that moved this ball back. So Broken Arrow does get the ball. We're here 0-0. And this Broken Arrow team, they're a scrappy bunch. They've got some kids that they might look undersized to you, but they play very hard. What a hit by number 5, Jones for Bixby.
Jones is definitely becoming the Swiss Army knife of this team.
He's definitely the best player on the football field right now.
I'd have to say,
and
I agree with
he's
you.
Definitely the best athlete that we have seen today.
Yeah,
and I know that's easy to say because they're the oldest group, oldest bunch of kids. They're 7th graders. But for those of you who are not with us and you did not get to see that 4th grade Bixby, that was a very well coached football team. They were running college plays in 4th grade. They pulled a guard and a tackle on a play action shotgun pass. Like they were just doing so many things that you see colleges do.
It was mind blowing.
And that is somehow going to be caught by number 24, Josiah Harris. The quarterback, number 16, Kyron Myers, ends up evading the rush and gets the ball off. It's enough to move the chains. It's going to be first down, Chris, with 1:20 left in the first quarter, 0-0 tie.
I'm going to go back to this previous play for that interception, and it must have been right after he had thrown the ball when the camera wasn't on him where the penalty came from. But you're right. He was doing everything correctly, but he just didn't get the ball with enough power behind it to be able to get to the receiver.
So Broken Arrow is going to come out in a shotgun set that we've seen today where they bring extra tight ends and H-backs. And he's got a cut, and there he goes. Open field, and he might get caught. We're going to see, and he is. He's brought down at the 10-yard line. Jones from Bixby chases him down, and that is we're going to get a number here in a second, number 2, Grayson Betts for Broken Arrow.
Look at this play. Good offensive line, but he really squeaks through that B gap right between the tackle and the guard, and off to the races he was. But great pursuit for Bixby to be able to catch up to him. Saves the touchdown at the 9-yard line.
If you're playing any other team, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Any other team, that is a touchdown. That Bixby defense, they're just so fast, just like that 4th grade team. They've just got speed. Bixby's just got speed. But you know what? So does Broken Arrow. He's going to make a man miss by hurdling him. Gets into the touchdown. The first points on the board goes in favor of the Broken Arrow Tigers. And that was number 27, Corey Sango Jr. And I apologize. That is number 22, Bryson Huerta.
Huerta. All right. I like the enunciation here. You are definitely bringing out the Spanish in it. Do not forget
the point after is up, and it is actually worth 2 points because of the switch. It's so rare to find kickers that they have actually switched it. So
wow,
we've now got an 8-0 lead. Broken Arrow over Bixby. And Chris, do you want to know something?
Tell me something.
Broken Arrow is the home team.
Wow, here we go again. Here's that play again that we're running. It's just right in the inside seam. He's able to just bust it through. Great run.
Yeah, that was great.
Great run. And just as a reminder, folks, this game is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. Got one. Do you call it Broken Arrow where it's located at? I think there's one in Broken Arrow.
There's one.
Also one off the 71st in Tulsa.
Yeah, there's actually one just right around the corner here.
Yeah.
They're just kind of littered all over the Tulsa area. And we've got an onside kick from Broken Arrow, but it hits a Broken Arrow player before it goes 10 yards.
Yeah, that's going to be a flag right there.
And they forget the play's not dead. Oh, he fumbles the football. Bixby player picks it up and tries to be sneaky, gets the ball ripped out of his hands, but they're going to say that he was down.
Check this out. I mean, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, the play's over with. I didn't hear a whistle, did you?
No, there was no whistle.
And they just continue to fight on.
But the refs are going to say the ball is down because it hit a Broken Arrow player before it went 10 yards. And because of that, I guess they're going to say that the ball was dead, but it's going to be first down for Bixby. They're actually going to get the ball on the 48-yard line. They're going to get the ball on the other side of the 50.
Yeah, 52 if you're Canadian.
Great field position.
Right on.
The Bixby white wearing blue.
That's like going to take a timeout, man.
We are. I thought that was the end of the quarter. For whatever reason, we're actually going to get a timeout.
We got 9 seconds left, so I think we'll just keep it here.
Yeah.
But, Broken Arrow is they have a good offensive line. I think I was more impressed by the 6th grade offensive line last game than I was for Jinx than I was of this one so far. But it's been really the running back that really had taken advantage of some of the smaller holes to run through. Now, of course, this is better competition that we're seeing right now from both sides, but what a run. What a run.
So we're not seeing the offense that we saw in that 4th grade Bixby team. They're running a bit of a different offense for the 7th grade team, and it looks like they're relying more on their athletes than the play call itself.
Right.
I think they're just calling stuff to get the athletes out in open space, whereas Bixby 4th grade team, they would bring a guy in motion, fake it, read it to the running back, and then make their decision there. They had a bunch of reads. Here they're spreading you out, and they're getting their playmakers the ball and just letting them run. And there you go. He's going to hand it off. That is going to be good for about 3 to 4 yards as he breaks through the plains. Jones is having himself a great day. He took off his towel. He's no longer wearing his red towel. And that's going to end the first quarter. Broken Arrow 8, Bixby 0, and we are going to go to a break, and we will see you here in a moment.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty, with her wayfares on in the summer sun. Her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long.
And we are back. The Southern Sports Network here, covering all of the state championship football games for the Indian Nations Football Conference. We are here in front of a sold-out crowd. This is the Bixby Spartans trail the Broken Arrow Tigers 8-0. Bixby has the ball. Second down here in the second quarter. The ball is going to be handed off, and Jones does not get it. The quarterback keeps it instead, and he's going to take a huge shot by number 74, Reed Watkins. And that's going to bring up third down.
Reed Watkins, the son of Rico Watkins.
Former quarterback from North Carolina A&T. Former minor league Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Booker T. Washington Ring of Honor. His son is the defensive lineman for Broken Arrow here. And we're going to get a flag thrown. The flag inadvertently hits a Bixby wide receiver.
So do those penalties offset then?
They're going to call it a delay of game. I don't know how. That's very interesting. The play clock never moved. It was at 25 the whole time. I wonder if they were just waiting on it to move.
Well, I don't know. It hasn't moved all day anyway, so.
So third and long. Bixby's going to get the snap. He's going to throw it. He is brought down for a sack. That was the most violent sack that we've seen today.
It certainly was. We got to see that on replay. That's replay worthy here. Brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. It was on it. He's going to do a little fake action there, but he had nowhere to go. A nice little blitz on the inside, and it's a party in the backfield now.
Edison Dennis with his second sack of the game already. And we're just here in the second quarter. You got him next to number 74, Reed Watkins, and that's a very strong, almost blocked. That punt was a fingertip away. It's going to take a bounce that favors Bixby. And that ball's going to be on the 26-yard line. Broken Arrow will take over possession. And we're here in the second quarter.
That was super close. That was good awareness by the punter for sure. I mean, he had only two choices, three choices. Take the sack, get the ball off, or try to run with it. You know? And luckily for him, he got the ball off.
Very close game. And all the games have been competitive. There for a minute, Jinx was up 16-0 in the sixth grade game against Edmond. We thought they were going to score and make that a 22-0 game. Instead, we got the fumble, and very next play, Edmond scores 16-8. They get the ball back again. They look like they're going to tie it up. Every game's been competitive. Bixby won 20-0 over Choctaw in the fourth grade game, but those last two touchdowns came in the last 3 minutes of the game. All these games have been competitive.
They certainly have.
They're going to hand the ball off. He's got a seam, and there he goes. He's taking off. He's got one man to beat, and I don't know if he's going to catch him. Gives him a hesitation step, and that is all he needed. He's going to be brought down. It is not going to be called for a horse collar. He's going to make it to the 4-yard line.
Look at that run. Wow.
That's 100 yards on the night already.
He was off to the races. I'm surprised he got caught. But again,
that
Bixby,
hesitation step on the 30 right there.
You did it. You're right. You're absolutely right. Wow.
Kyron Myers just taking off. They're going to get in this little weird bunch set here. Almost a quarterback sneak, but that entire pile is going to move for about 3 yards down to the 1.
That's what we like to call a belldozer.
You know, Bixby came out here, and it looks like they had the better athletes. They had guys running around, and they've got these tall athletes. Broken Arrow kind of comes out, and they're real quiet and just kind of going about their business. They're up 8-0, ball on the 1-yard line.
And that's
we got a flag,
start.
Chris.
Another false start.
Yeah.
And
Penalties.
these are the things that have been killing some of these other teams throughout the day was you get in the red zone, everybody gets the red zone blues. A hold call or false start.
So that is going to bring the ball back to the 6-yard line. It's the 5-yard penalty. Second down, Broken Arrow looking to score to extend their lead. 5:35 left in the second quarter. This is the 7th grade state championship game. Quarterback under center hands it off, and he is met in the backfield.
Party in the backfield for Bixby.
That's going to be a 4-yard loss.
And here it is again.
Now we got third down.
And that line, the splits were just right on top of each other. I'm surprised he was able to penetrate through, but he got through the A-gap to be able to get in there. That's, wow. Somebody just missed a blocking assignment, it looks like. And so
they're gonna get ready. They're gonna be in a little bit of a different set than we've seen today. They're gonna motion a guy out. He's gonna go over to the slot. I think that's where he was supposed to be to begin with. He's now on the line of scrimmage. Quarterback takes the snap. He's looking to his left. Flags are thrown.
Flag.
Yeah. That's going to be back 5 yards. Too many people on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
You're only allowed 7.
This drive has seen more flags than the U.S. consulate, at the UN. It's just, wow. You're killing yourselves on penalties here.
Just keep on moving back. You get to the 1 yard line, and 2 penalties later, now you're on the 14. So here they go. They're going to bunch up again. Quarterback is going to take the snap. He's going to roll to his left where he's got an opening. Great open field tackle by Bixby. That's going to bring up 4th down. Chris, that was such a promising drive.
It was.
The long run gets him to the 1 yard line. He's already surpassed 100 yards rushing for the game just here in the first half. The second quarter is not even over.
No, you're right. I wonder, are they going to go for a field goal, or it looks like they're just going to go ahead and run it for the 4th down. They have a kicker, but I don't think he's that developed yet.
And we've got another flag.
Wow.
Another false start on Broken Arrow.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit more composed when it comes to this kind of situation, and that's going to take a little bit of player development, and it looks like they're going to take a timeout with 3:53 on this one.
I have a feeling I jinxed them because I just mentioned and talked about how well coached and disciplined this team was. We've seen 4 penalties in 5 plays.
You jinxed the Broken Arrow team. Now,
Yeah.
That's hilarious because we have Broken Arrow, Bixby, and Jinx.
Ah, there you go.
See,
Look at
there you
that.
go. Yeah.
You know who we don't have? Owasso and Union.
No, we don't.
Did not get to see them today.
No.
So here we go. 3:53 left in the second quarter. It's 4th down. When it was 1st down, they were on the 1 yard line. Now here it is 4th down. If you can believe it, they're on the 18 yard line. They've gone backwards. Broken Arrow's looking to extend that lead. We're going to see if they get it. Now they're coming out of timeout. They're going to line up on the line of scrimmage.
And this is where disciplined football is going to play the most pivotal role going into the latter part of the game to not cause penalties.
We're going to see a rollout to the right or a fade to the left. And there he goes. The ball's up. Intercepted. He will fall at the 5 yard line. What a catch.
Well, the good
by
news
Bixby.
is the good news is the ball was completed. The bad news is it was by the other team.
Just went to the wrong team. And you know what, kids? That's okay because it happens sometimes.
But that was well defended because what had happened, the linebacker was just kind of sitting back. He knew the pass was coming. So he did a great job at staying in that second layer, just sitting on it, waiting for the ball to be passed. Because honestly, if he wasn't there, that could have been picked up for a possible touchdown. Possible.
Bixby's going to take the snap. He's going to be tackled. Looks like he was brought down by number 25, Edison Dennis. You're going to hear his name a lot tonight.
We've been getting some really interesting and cool names.
Yeah.
Bronco, Edison, Colt, Bear. I love Bear.
Diesel,
yes.
He's going to break some tackles. He's still running. That went from a 1 yard loss to about a 6 yard gain. Bixby moving the chains. Ball will be placed on the 15 yard line. Apologize, the 14 yard line. 3rd and short. 2:56 left in the second half, or first half.
Yeah. Jones is actually, I think, really their Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. I've seen him line up at receiver, running back. He's in at quarterback. Middle linebacker, he was at safety at once. Now he's at quarterback. Oh, bad snap. He has to jump up to catch it, and he does. But he's so explosive, and he's so fast that it wasn't enough. He got the first down. It was almost beneficial to Broken Arrow that he did have to jump, because if not, that could have been even more yards.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen a whole lot of bad snaps today from all these teams, mainly because we did get 2 games where everybody was running the wishbone.
Yeah,
they were under center.
You're right.
Bixby, he's going to roll out to his left. He's going to throw. He's got a man wide open, and it is caught, and he is racing down to the end zone. Nobody's going to catch him. And, Chris, there we go. An 81-yard pass and no flags. Bixby on the board. They now trail 8-6 with 2:07 left in the second quarter.
Wow. Let's see that on a replay again, because that was just amazing. You see going up here, the defender has a beat on it. He has a beat. He just let it get through his hands. He had a hole in his glove. Silly putty. Something happened there. But Bixby showing some signs of life now on offense. This is exciting.
Now, if they get this conversion, we're going to have an 8-8 game. If they miss it, it's 8-6. That can change the way because if you score, you have to get your point after in your next possession. He's gonna make it. So we're tied at 8.
Wow, we have ourselves a ball game.
What
folks.
a play!
Outstanding.
That was a great throw.
That was honestly that could have been picked, it could have been dropped, and it could have been a touchdown. There was no other middle ground but those three things.
I was getting ready to call an interception.
Yeah,
and he caught it and he looks at it and he made sure he had it and he couldn't believe it and he had to take one more look. Then he takes off running. The speed for Bixby's there, just like we saw in the fourth grade team. They were clearly the faster team. I think they just got something going on over there, and they just know how to work that speed and agility. Absolutely.
They certainly do. Good. I mean, it wasn't a bad ball. It was a little underthrown, but come on, these are seventh graders. You can't really expect the world to have a good, decent quarterback at any level.
81 yards. That ties the longest play that we've seen tonight. However, it is the longest legal play because the previous 81-yard run got called back due to a holding penalty.
Right. So that
Two plays later, though, he ends up going 75 yards for a touchdown. So that fourth-grade Bixby team has some big plays. But this team here, they've got almost every play call they've called so far, I think, is designed to go score. It's not designed to get your 5 yards, your 6 yards, your first down. They're wanting to go score. As they get the onside kick, huge hit. But Broken Arrow does recover. That is number 24, Josiah Harris, on the recovery. His second recovered onside kick today.
Let me tell you something, though. Something I've noticed. I don't know if anybody else has picked up the theme here. I'm seeing a lot of onside kicks between the 6th and 7th grade.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's by design or if it's one of those things where you're looking at analytics and saying, hey, my chances of recovering the ball here as opposed to kicking it off and running back are higher if I do an onside kick every time.
Yep, you're going to decrease the chances they return one to the house. You're going to increase your chances of getting the ball. We did talk about earlier in the third grade game how analytics were making its way down into the youth. You've already seen it in high school. There's teams that refuse to punt. They always go for 2 an onside kick. Super aggressive. Those teams will either win by 60 or lose by 30. But we're going to get a delay of game on the offense. That's going to bring it back 5 yards for Broken Arrow. They're tied up 8-8 with Bixby. 137 left in the game.
And just amazing the momentum shift that we've seen in the past couple of drives.
They're going to hand the ball off. He's got a seam, but he is met with 3 linebackers who were waiting for him. That's number 27, Corey Sango Jr. on the run.
Right. And again, I think it goes back to the, I don't want to say undisciplined play in the red zone where they were ready to punch it in. They were going to go up by, 15, 16 points. But then 3 penalties later and a change in momentum. Here we are right now, a tie ball game.
Yeah.
And the momentum right now is fully on Bixby. But we only have a $1:05 left to go in the first half here.
And the clock is ticking.
And it is ticking.
We're going to get a timeout from Broken Arrow. So as we deal with that timeout, we're going to hear a quick word from our corporate sponsors, and we will be right back momentarily.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
Bundle up the entire family this season with jackets, hats, gloves, and more from Dick's Sporting Goods. With the latest looks from the best brands like The North Face, Patagonia, Columbia, and more. Boots that score.
And we are back here. That timeout ended pretty fast. Broken Arrow's going to take the ball. He throws a fade route, and he's got a man open. And it's caught! Number 42! He's taken off, and it's a touchdown. First play after the timeout. And it goes 52 yards for a touchdown. And we've got an injury.
I wasn't ready for that one. I honestly was not ready for that one to to play. But we got it. We got it on replay, and I'm going to show you real quick what we had right here. This one was a huge play. And look at that. I mean, just beautiful concentration. Great concentration. Wow. This is basically the same play that we saw Bixby run.
And Chris, we've got a nasty injury. I thought I saw that, and then when he turned around, I saw it again. That Bixby player's hand is just turned around.
Oh, it's not supposed to do that.
No.
No.
And we've seen enough injuries today.
Oh, yes.
We don't want to see any more. We hope he's okay. I'm hoping the glove is just hanging off and it's not.
Right.
But the way the coaches rushed to him, the way the refs rushed him off, I hate seeing that.
Well, yeah, for sure. But one thing I can say, though, is that this crew today has been spot on the injuries, making sure that these kids are taken care of and well taken care of. And it looks like it might be a couple minutes here. So we're going to go ahead and take a break while they attend to the hurt player. We'll be right back with the INFC on the Southern Sports Network.
I can feel the warmth. Deep down in my bones, I know that I am home.
I miss him too.
Love brings us here. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. My home.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes, ripping out pages. I'm going through changes now.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
Bundle up the entire family this season with jackets, hats, gloves, and more from Dick's Sporting Goods. With the latest looks from the best brands like the North Face, Patagonia, Columbia, and more. Boots that score on comfort and style from Sorel and Doc Martens. Cozy accessories for the whole family. When you're running short on time, shop Dix.com, where 1 hour pickup's always an option. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. Shop in-store or online. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
This broadcast of the Southern Sports Network is brought to you by Native Ink, providing custom products from athletic apparel, embroidery, and merchandising. Contact Native Ink at nativeinkpromos.com or at 918-693-1806.
A tradition of educational excellence, more than a century in the making, continues in Broken Arrow. Here, supportive faculty, in-demand undergraduate and graduate degrees, and affordable tuition make Northeastern State University your transfer destination. Finish what you started.
The holidays are here, and Dick's Sporting Goods has all the best gifts for everyone on your list. The hottest footwear from Jordan, Nike, and Hoka. And the coolest apparel from all the best brands, plus must-have gifts from Yeti, Callaway, and the North Face. When you're running short on time, shop Dix.com, where 1 hour pickup is always an option. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. This season, give the gift of sport. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
I can feel the warmth deep down in my bones. When I walk through that open door, I know that I am home.
I miss him too.
You're my home. You're my home. Love brings us here. Together we can do no wrong. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. My home.
At Northeastern State University in Muskogee, we take care of our students so they can take care of others. Choose from a variety of healthcare degrees, including physician assistant studies, nursing, occupational therapy, speech language pathology, and more. Answer the call at Northeastern State University.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes, ripping out pages. I'm going through changes now.
The College of Liberal Arts at Northeastern State University is innovative, engaging, life-changing, empowering. Choose from undergraduate and graduate degrees in the arts and fine arts, languages, criminal justice, social work, and more. Be inspired at Northeastern State University.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty. She was a long goodbye. She was the best I lived by. She was an American beauty. With her wafers on in the summer sun, her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long. Wish I had held her long. She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty. She was a long goodbye. She was the best I lived by. She was an American beauty. With her wafers on in the summer sun, her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long. Wish I had held her long.
things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes, ripping out pages. I'm going through changes now.
And welcome back, folks. Unfortunately, we've been running some commercials. As you could tell, patiently waiting for this game to come back. We've had an injured player again.
Yeah.
And this is another one, second game in a row, that we've had to have a stretcher and had to have first responders come out and help the injured player. So they're out there right now. We're going to continue to run some commercials until they get everything ready to go back into play. The players are going to have to warm up again. We'll break every now and then and keep you up to date. But as of right now, we've got about 50 seconds left to go before halftime.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are, unfortunately. But it's been a great game so far. And I could tell you that we're looking forward to some more. But that was a nasty hit, and he's going to have to be administered too. But we will come back after we run a few more ads whenever they get the injured player off the field.
This broadcast of the Southern Sports Network is brought to you by Native Ink, providing custom products from athletic apparel, embroidery, and merchandising. Contact Native Ink at nativeinkpromos.com or at 918-693-1806.
A tradition of educational excellence, more than a century in the making, continues in Broken Arrow. Here, supportive faculty, in-demand undergraduate and graduate degrees, and affordable tuition make Northeastern State University your transfer destination. Finish what you started.
The holidays are here, and Dick's Sporting Goods has all the best gifts for everyone on your list. The hottest footwear from Jordan, Nike, and Hoka. And the coolest apparel from all the best brands, plus must-have gifts from Yeti, Callaway, and The North Face. When you're running short on time, shop Dix.com, where 1 hour pickup is always an option. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. This season, give the gift of sport. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed and lifelong relationships are made, where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
Feel the warmth deep down in my bones. When I walk through that open door, I know that I am home.
I miss him too.
You're my home.
At Northeastern State University in Muskogee, we take care of our students so they can take care of others. Choose from a variety of healthcare degrees, including physician assistant studies, nursing, occupational therapy, speech language pathology, and more. Answer the call at Northeastern State University.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes, ripping out pages. I'm going through changes now.
The College of Liberal Arts at Northeastern State University is innovative, engaging, life-changing, empowering. Choose from undergraduate and graduate degrees in the arts and fine arts, languages, criminal justice, social work, and more. Be inspired at Northeastern State University.
And we are back here in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, here in front of a sold-out crowd, thousands in attendance.
It's huge. It's huge. Just like Trump used to say, huge.
Huge, not huge.
Huge.
Huge. We've got a 14-8 lead. Broken Arrow on top. Bixby trailing. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. We had a player who was taken out on a stretcher. He gave the crowd a thumbs up. That brought some life back into the stadium.
That's always good to see that.
He was smiling a little bit too. I noticed when they were in the end zone. So looks like he's in good spirits. He just needs some attention.
Yep.
However, it's first and goal. Ball on the 3-yard line. Broken Arrow has the ball. I apologize. It's been so long since the last play.
Touchdown.
It was actually a touchdown.
Right.
We're going to get the point after, but this will be 2 points instead of 1. Snap is down, holds good. Kick is up, and the points will be added to the board. A punch was just thrown, and so was a flag.
Interesting.
And that was number 5. The playmaker for Bixby is now getting in trouble and talked to the ref. And the ref is telling him to go to the sidelines.
Oh, boy. You definitely don't want to see that, but, man.
Personal foul, yep.
I think the nerves just, with everything that went on, it happens like that. Sometimes you get a little bit upset at the fact that, you had your teammate go off, and emotions can run rampant. Sometimes you just got to learn self-control.
One more personal foul by him, and he's ejected. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Broken Arrow has the lead 16-8. Instead of kicking from the 40, they're going to kick from the 45, opposite of the 50. They're going to get 15 yards closer. Chris, do you try to get another onside kick, or do you see if you can pin this back near the 10?
Well, honestly, I think what I do, I'd probably go ahead and kick it way off to the 10 to try to pin them, but it looks like the way that they've been doing it, it's going to be onside, but it looks like they're going to do another onside right here by his posturing and where he's sitting at.
And there it is. The onside kick is recovered by Bixby. They will get the ball at the 35-yard line. Bixby will retain possession. 49 seconds left in the first half. They are down 16-8.
Carson, we need to do a stat check.
Yeah.
I want to know the analytics on this. What are the statistics of recovering an onside kick? I want to know if there's a science behind this, if there's a high percentage chance, higher than a return.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's not good. That's my stat.
That's the stat.
Yeah.
It's the official scientific stat here from Carson Smallwood.
Not good.
And it looks like we're just going to run out the clock with about 20 seconds left.
We're going to get a timeout by Broken Arrow.
I'm just going to go ahead right now, take off my shoe, and put it in my mouth, because every time I've said something today, it's gone the opposite way. So maybe what I need to do maybe my approach to this whole thing today is after we get done here and we pack up everything, I'm driving home, I might deviate to the casino. Now, I could say I'm going to lose and then maybe win the jackpot that way.
You know what? We'll never know if it works unless you try it.
Yes, and if it does work, I can't say anything about it, too, because I'm going to have too many relatives that want to hand out and all that stuff, too.
You're going to find 7 cousins that you never knew you had.
Twice removed. You know this happens.
So right now, Bixby, they just ran a little run play. They brought everybody in tight. I think they were going to try to run the clock out. Broken Arrow said, hold on, fam. We're going to call a timeout. And they do. And so now it brings up 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8. Bixby's going to get the ball back. Chris, I have a feeling Broken Arrow's going to call timeout after this play.
It doesn't doubt at all.
The snap is up. Quarterback drops back. He's rushed by Edison. He's going to take off running. And he's got an opening. He's got a seam, and there he goes. And he's tackled and brought down at the 28-yard line with 8 seconds left in the game.
And look at this. This is just – come on. This is like backyard ball. I mean, he's just going to find it, and he gets some great blocking on the outside too. So these wide receivers have not stopped on the play. I think that's a huge difference between the levels that we've seen today in itself.
Wow, the ball's batted down by number 25. Edison Dennis, he has made his presence known here tonight. He's got 2 sacks, a forced fumble, now a pass deflection.
You could definitely say Edison is electric today.
That was probably your best one of the day.
All day, all puns, all the time.
And here we go. They're going to get a quad set at the top of your screen near their sidelines. Quarterback and shotgun, 1 receiver down here. I think they're moving the safety down. They're going to try to take away the fade. The ball is up, and it is no good, but there is a flag, so this half will not end. Actually, it will.
It will.
Broken Arrow is going to decline the penalty. They're going to get their players in to get warm. This is a 16-8 ball game. Broken Arrow leads Bixby. We're going to head into halftime, and we're going to leave for a moment. We're going to show you all of our corporate sponsors, and we will be right back to start the second half of the 7th grade state championship game.
This broadcast of the Southern Sports Network is brought to you by Native Ink, providing custom products from athletic apparel, embroidery, and merchandising. Contact Native Ink at nativeinkpromos.com or at 918-693-1806.
A tradition of educational excellence, more than a century in the making, continues in Broken Arrow. Here, supportive faculty, in-demand undergraduate and graduate degrees, and affordable tuition make Northeastern State University your transfer destination. Finish what you started.
The holidays are here, and Dick's Sporting Goods has all the best gifts for everyone on your list. The hottest footwear from Jordan, Nike, and Hoka. And the coolest apparel from all the best brands, plus must-have gifts from Yeti, Callaway, and The North Face. When you're running short on time, shop Dix.com, where 1-hour pickup is always an option. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. This season, give the gift of sport. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
In 1851, the Cherokee ignited the lamp of learning in the wilderness. For more than a century, this has been a gathering place where minds are developed, and lifelong relationships are made. Where dreams find direction. The lamp burns brightly still at Northeastern State University.
I can feel the warmth deep down in my bones. When I walk through that open door, I know that I am home.
I miss him too.
You're my home. You're my home. Love brings us here. Together we can do no wrong. Together's where we all belong. You're my home. My home.
At Northeastern State University in Muskogee, we take care of our students so they can take care of others. Choose from a variety of healthcare degrees, including physician assistant studies, nursing, occupational therapy, speech language pathology, and more. Answer the call at Northeastern State University.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes, ripping out pages. I'm going through changes now.
The College of Liberal Arts at Northeastern State University is innovative, engaging, life-changing, empowering. Choose from undergraduate and graduate degrees in the arts and fine arts, languages, criminal justice, social work, and more. Be inspired at Northeastern State University.
She was a good companion, eyes like the Grand Canyon. She was an American beauty. She was a long goodbye. She was the best I lived by. She was an American beauty. With her wafers on in the summer sun, her touch felt like a loaded gun. Wish I had held her long. Wish I had held her long.
This broadcast of the Southern Sports Network is brought to you by Native Ink, providing custom products from athletic apparel, embroidery, and merchandising. Contact Native Ink at nativeinkpromos.com or at 918-693-1806.
A tradition of educational excellence, more than a century in the making, continues in Broken Arrow. Here, supportive faculty, in-demand undergraduate and graduate degrees, and affordable tuition make Northeastern State University your transfer destination. Finish what you started.
The holidays are here, and Dick's Sporting Goods has all the best gifts for everyone on your list. The hottest footwear from Jordan, Nike, and Hoka. And the coolest apparel from all the best brands, plus must-have gifts from Yeti, Callaway, and The North Face. When you're running short on time, shop Dix.com, where 1 hour pickup is always an option. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. This season, give the gift of sport. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
Hey, Dean Blandino here. And guess what? Football season is right around the corner. And to watch the best live broadcasts in high school sports in Northeast Oklahoma, download the Southern Sports Network app. And check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just did. Give them a like. It's the best broadcast in high school sports, and not just that area, in the country. Check them out.
And we are back. Your favorite broadcast that has letters that end with an N. Here in front of a sold-out crowd, thousands in attendance here in the Bixby Broken Arrow matchup, the 7th grade state championship game. We have Broken Arrow getting ready to kick the ball. Bixby will get possession to start the second half. Chris, this is the last half of the night. This is the last half of the season, and these kids will be in middle school next year.
Yes, they will. And they're going to get after it. Both teams, I think, are going to be hungry for this one. And both teams are playing really well.
There is the onside kick. It takes the bounce, and it is recovered. Trying to get stripped out, and it's not. Bixby will retain possession.
You know, I think that's a big part of their special teams is not only kicking the onside kick, but as I've seen the past 3 kicks, it's rush to the ball, try to strip it.
They have a system for sure. They're not just trying to onside kick and recover. They know if this doesn't happen, we're going to do this. If this happens, we're going to do that. Very, pretty well coached team. They don't quite have the athletes that this Bixby team has, but they've got some hard-nosed football players, and this Broken Arrow team is a very physical football team, especially with that D-line.
Yeah, and they got 4th at the top of your screen right there in a diamond formation.
Yep.
Very interesting. They've run a few screens off of this, but it really opens up for the playbook to be able to kind of swing it out and kind of give that posturing for a screen and then finding somebody right up the seam or on a slant.
Looks like we had the chains a little mixed up. They're going to throw this spot screen over to the almost intercepted. It bounces off the turf instead. They're going to throw it to the short side of the field where there's only one receiver. And the reason they do that is you've got 4 receivers to the top of the field. You're trying to bring everybody over. So really all he has to do is make the corner miss, and then it's him and the safety. I think we're going to see that call again, but maybe to the other side. Nope, instead it's going to be a quarterback draw. And he is going to take this. Well, it's going to be enough for a first down. They're going to move the chains. And Bixby is going to get a fresh set of downs.
And look at this. He's got some wheels. Look at that. I mean, wow. Finds a hole right in the B gap. Nice design quarterback draw. I like the play call. I really do. That's nice.
Shotgun formation. He's got a guy open. He wanted to throw that fade, Chris.
He did.
He wanted that fade. Bixby's trying to strip the ball out. Broken Arrow, rather. That was a tenseful play because he had 2 guys open, but if he would have gotten ready to throw it, that was going to be probably a strip sack.
Yeah.
That Broken Arrow defensive line was back there.
Yeah, it was party in the backfield for sure. But, yeah, he wanted that fade, but it was just well covered.
And there's another quarterback draw. This time to the weak side. He breaks a tackle, gets spun around, breaks free, and he stays on his feet. And he is brought down at the 11-yard line.
Look at this again.
Wow.
Look at this again. And, of course, he's running to the outside, comes to the inside to the outside. He's waiting for a block. He never gets it, unfortunately, but he's able to spin right out of that tackle. Out of 2.
They're gonna keep this. They're gonna keep this same formation up. I think we're gonna see another. We're gonna get one player gonna run a fade. The rest is gonna run a screen here. Instead, we're gonna get a timeout. But I knew as soon as I saw the way that they threw their hands up. This is a play that we've actually ran before in college. I've defended against it a bunch, and it is such a headache. You've got one receiver in that diamond set that stays back and fakes the block. The other receiver goes to pretend the block. Instead, he's going to run a skinny post, and another guy stays back while the lead guy is going to run out for a streak. And it is so hard to defend because this guy down here at the bottom is going to run just a little 4-yard hitch, and he's just going to stand still. And it is nothing but open field. You've got 3 guys you can throw to, or you can take off running as a quarterback. And it was such a nightmare to play against. And I knew from trauma on a football field that that's what was going to happen.
Right. And I really like this formation that they've brought out in this series. I mean, they brought it out a few times before. They never used it consistently. They used it on a couple of screenplays and just kind of left it there. But now they've got some real good success in driving down the field.
They have. It's done well with combating against the size that Broken Arrow has on the D-line. Interesting enough, they go out of that formation, and they're going to go back to bringing in multiple tight ends. They've got 3. And he's going to take it off the end, and Jones has got a seam. He's going to take it, breaks free for 2 tackles, takes the ball down to the 1-yard line, and he's going to get the first down.
What a run.
So this is going to be 1st and goal.
All right, here we
At
go.
the 1.5-yard line. They're going to run quarterback power here to the right.
Agreed, 100%. I was about to say that
Actually,
myself.
it's going to be to the left. And there it is. And he's got the touchdown. Well, he is fast. That is the best athlete that we've got to see today, and it's not close.
No. This is lightning speed right here.
He goes from standing still to he's instantly running full speed on his second step.
What a dynamic player he is. He's got some wheels on him. He's got some good vision, too.
Yeah.
And it helps that, you have a line that can actually open up holes, too. So he gets to have his pick of the litter, which hole he's going to run through.
And, Chris, this is the highest scoring game that we've got to see today.
Mm-hmm.
The kick is blocked.
Oh, no. Well, we got a 2-point game, but it was still the highest scoring game so far that
Number
we've seen.
74, Reed Watkins on the block.
And there he is right there doing the big old shuffle.
And for those of you watching this broadcast, yes, he's a 7th grader. Yes, he's taller than all of his coaches. His dad, one of the greatest football players that we've got to see come out of Oklahoma, one of the HBCU greats, Rika Watkins, stands at about 6'9", and just, it's insane to see some of the size on some of these defensive linemen that we've got to witness today.
Yeah, and tackling Rico, we were covering him, back a few years ago when we were doing the Major League Minor show, and I'll tell you, I've seen some seasoned veteran pros out there that had played college ball at the D1 level struggle to bring him down whenever he's just dancing in the backfield trying to find somebody open. It was comical at times. It was embarrassing at times.
I've played against him and I've played with Rico, and it was very interesting. And his son, let me tell you, his son is a really good baseball player too.
Is that right?
I'm telling you right now, great pitcher, great baseball player all around. Not too bad here on the football field as well.
No.
And we're going to get a deep kick. Nobody's back there to return it. It is a foot race. Nobody jumps on the ball. It is laying there on the 13-yard line, and Broken Arrow somehow was able to recover it. But that was absolutely a foot race to go get that ball. They were expecting the onside. We've seen probably 30 consecutive kickoffs today, all of them onside. All of the analytics is making its way into football. That kick right there, that was a great call. Now Broken Arrow, if they don't get the first down, or even if they do, at worst, you're going to probably get your ball and your possession to start at maybe the 30.
Right. But, yeah, I love that one. I mean, here they were.
Great call.
Onside, boom.
And nobody was back there to recover. They were having to run a foot race to go get it. It looks like they're a man short.
Yep. But that is opportunity football at its best.
They're going to get a timeout instead, and these coaches are not happy.
No, I wouldn't be either. But yeah, so far, I was hoping this game was going to be like this today. I was hoping that we're not going to get a blowout, and both teams actually come out and score, make it a competitive game. This is by far, I think, the best game that we've broadcast so far today, as far as in terms of really just competition.
And the plays that we've got to see, both teams have had big runs. Both teams have had big pass plays. We've seen a number of big hits. There's been sacks and forced fumbles. We got to see a hurdle. This whole game has been a really eventful game.
Yep.
We're only just at the beginning of the third quarter, and this has already been the game of the day.
It certainly is. There is no question to that. You're right. We've had it all. We've had a stretcher. We've had everything else in between, too. And honestly, I don't think I've ever been to a tournament or Champions Weekend where we've had so much different things, good, bad, and ugly, happen on the same day.
We're going to get the snap. He's going to roll out to his left where he is met by a linebacker.
Oh, that is a nice tackle.
Just flew through the gap.
Look at that. We got to see that again on replay. That was really nice. It just happens to squeak through. Nobody, he comes through untouched.
And that is what we call pulling the string, kids. You see a guard pull or you see a gap open, you immediately forget all your responsibilities and you run downhill, and you run downhill fast towards the gap because there you're going to meet the ball carrier. Pulling the string. 2nd and long. Broken arrow in shotgun formation. We're going to get a flag. That's a false start.
As we saw, we had on our sideline
offense.
cam, and you saw he was just a little off. He was trying to get set. He was looking at the official to try to see where he was at, but just, ball snapped. He didn't get back in time.
We've got a 16-14 game. Broken Arrow with a 2-point lead over Bixby. And with them going backwards, Chris, that kick, instead of the onside, that's just looking better and better.
Yeah, field position.
Uh-oh. We've got open field. He's down the sidelines.
Looks like he got enough for the first down.
That's about a 20-yard run.
It sure is. And look at that. One moment you're back in the red zone. Deep in the red zone, and the next second you bounce it out to the outside, give yourself some breathing room and a first down.
And I believe that was number 27, Corey Sango Jr. Broken Arrow now has a fresh set of downs. First down, 1st and 10. And they're going to be in that pistol set. He's going to hand the ball off where he is met by a couple of linebackers, but he's going to fight through it and get about 2 yards.
He was reluctant to hand that ball off. It was like he was waiting for that timing to happen before he did so. And that delay, unfortunately, cost him a little bit of time because those defenders were already in there. They were already in the backfield. It was just a matter of who to hit.
And this game has definitely been, I would say, the most competitive game. We did see a 7-0 win with Tulsa over Hilldale, but Hilldale probably had about 30 yards of total offense that entire game.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
The 3rd grade game, Claremore and Jinx was pretty competitive, but it was clear that Claremore controlled that game all the way up until about a minute left.
Yeah.
Jinx did have a chance to come back to actually win that game, but one play later they fumbled the ball. So this has honestly been the most competitive game. Some of these scores, they've not been very high, but that's because both these teams have got great defenses, and it's not a lack of athletes. Believe me, they're out there.
No, you're right.
But it's just been penalties and the little things like getting your point after blocked.
Or getting set up and lined up right.
Yep. And here we go. We're going to take the snap, and he is going to take a huge shot. Helmet slides up. That was an absolute hit. So number 24, Josiah Harris, who's recovered 2 onside kicks tonight, takes the ball up for about a yard and just gets lit up inside the gap. Brings up 4th and short. They're going to need 2 yards to convert the first down.
All right, what do you think? Does he get it? Does he not get it?
I think they're going to try to draw him off sides.
I think they're going to go to the
quarterback sneak. And he's got the first down, but there is a flag. And they're going to say that it is on Broken Arrow.
Another penalty to kill the drive, honestly. This could back him up far enough if it is against Broken Arrow.
So instead of sending the punt team out there, Broken Arrow said, we're just going to go for it.
But now you got to second guess it. Now it's like, all right, well, do you punt it now? Or are you still going to roll the dice? I mean, we got 2:41 to go in the third.
Yeah.
You're still up by 2.
Well, it goes from 4th and 2, which he did convert. Now it's 4th and 7.
And they're posturing like they're going to go for this.
And they're telling him to hurry up. Brings a player down into the slot. He's going to motion him out. He's got a tight end open. He overthrows. No, it's caught. He jumps up and catches it. Wow. I thought he overthrew him.
I thought so for a moment there too, but the tight end is tall. And look at this adjustment. He just waits for it, grabs it. He's got wingspan.
What a catch by number 42. I don't have him listed on the roster in front of me. So 42, whoever you are, you have made 2 plays. So far, he's looking like he's my MVP. He had the touchdown catch and the big conversion. Now here's number 27, Corey Sango Jr. on the run. That's going to be a gain of 5 yards on the play. Wow. What a sequence of events.
Yeah. It went from way back in the deep red zone.
They had the ball on their own, what was it? Was it their
2?
6? Yeah, 2, yeah.
It was on the 2-yard
And
line.
they convert a first down, 20-yard run, and then the big catch there.
Right, and now they're on the 51.
Now here they are. He's going to take the snap. He's got a man open. He throws it, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice route. I like the design.
That was
It's
a good
nice
play
hook,
call.
But well defended. Very well defended with a $1:50 to go in the third quarter. And it's third down and looks to be about, what, 5?
I would say 5 yards, 4.5. It looks like it's just kind of hanging out in between the yards.
Yeah. You get about a half-yard variance with this crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got some grace there.
He's going to hand the ball off, and that is going to be about a 1-yard gain.
Yep, that's going to bring up fourth down and about 3.5. 3 1/3 possibly, if I'm measuring off, a little bit of powder on the measuring cup here.
And Corey Sango Jr., the big running back for Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
He is just running tough, and they're relying on him to get those tough yards, but those linebackers are fitting so well. They're fitting their gaps. And those Bixby linebackers are having themselves a game.
Look at this alignment here. Now you got one that's going to drop back in a safety position.
Oh.
And you got another flag.
We've got a false start of all false starts that we have seen today.
Yeah.
Half the team takes off running.
They were
This Broken Arrow offense, they're just in their own way tonight. At times, they've looked like world beaters, and at other times, it looks like, how is it possible they can even get a first down?
Well, just like all the other games, though, usually the winner has the least amount of penalties. Now,
Yep.
I know that Broken Arrow is up by 2. They're going to have to control that penalty problem because
Yeah.
Bixby is knocking on the door to take this
And now
lead.
they're going to come back to punt. Straight up, and it's going to take a bounce out of bounds. They're going to be generous with this one. They're going to say the ball comes out the 39-yard line. Now he's going to walk up.
42.
Wow. 4-yard difference.
Yeah, huge difference right there. But again, the fundamentals, making sure you got the right snap count. Always got to check that one. Making sure that you're not holding on to a fistful of jersey. Those are the two things that are going to cost the team's momentum faster than anything else.
So now Bixby will get the ball with 41 seconds left in the third quarter. They're down 2.
Nothing going on.
And
right
that
there.
defensive line is just too much for Bixby to handle. Number 74, Reed Watkins, again on the tackle for loss. Not very often you see a defensive tackle just completely change the course of a football game. You got to see it in college with Ndamukong Suh.
Oh, yeah.
Now here we are with Reed Watkins. Number 25, Edson Dennis on the pressure. Makes the quarterback scramble where he is brought down and tackled by number 27, Corey Sango Jr.
Yeah.
However, is going to move the down marker and get closer to a first down.
Now, this is, I believe, second down right now.
I
Or is
think
it
this
third
should
down?
actually be third.
Third down.
And
Right. And he's
we're going to
got
go into the fourth quarter. Broken Arrow Tigers are up 16-14 here in the 7th grade state championship game. And we're going to take a quick break so you can hear a word from our sponsors.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Todd's Coffee Roastery, creating flavors for the most sophisticated palates to the everyday coffee drinker. Contact Todd's Coffee Roastery at toddscoffee.com and use promo code SSN25 to receive a 25% off discount on your order.
Bundle up the entire family this season with jackets, hats, gloves, and more from Dick's Sporting Goods. With the latest looks from the best brands like the North Face, Patagonia, Columbia, and more. Boots that score on comfort and style from Sorel and Doc Martens. Cozy accessories for the whole family. When you're running short on time, shop Dix.com, where 1-hour pickup's always an option. And with our best price guarantee, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. Shop in-store or online. Every holiday starts at...
And we are back here in front of a sold-out crowd. Fourth quarter, the last quarter of the season for youth football here in the state of Oklahoma. It's hard to believe the season's flown by the way that it has.
I know. Just yesterday we were complaining it was 100-degree weather.
Third down. Oh, we've got a flag. This looks like it's going to be a false start. And it is. That's going to move the play call back. It's going to move the down marker back. And they're going to have to change the play call. Yeah. Looks like they were going to try to throw a quick screen and get their playmaker out there by himself on that corner. Instead, it's going to move this ball back. Now it's 3rd and 9.
And this is the time as a coach you need to really get back with your students and your kids and basically say, just play football. Don't worry about anything else. Just make sure that you're playing your fundamental football and execute. That's the only two things you need to worry about right now.
Here we go. Shotgun set. Empty formation. He's going to take the snap. And he's going to throw the slant. And it is it is dropped. Almost intercepted by number 24, Josiah Harris, who has been doing all the dirty work, it seems, for Broken Arrow tonight with the pass deflections and recovering the onside kicks. He's made his presence known. He may have not scored touchdowns or made sacks or interceptions, but he is out here letting you know that he's here to play football too. Bixby in shotgun, empty set, 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. He's going to take the snap, and he's looking to the left side of his field, and he's going to be brought down and sacked by number 25, Edson Dennis, his 3rd sack of the game.
He's playing lights out today, Edison is. And here's another replay here. He's looking. He's got nobody downfield, tries to rush, and that Broken Arrow defense.
He has been electric all night.
Woo.
Assisted on the sack, number 74, Reed Watkins. You guessed it. Feel like we're going to continue to say his name all night. Broken Arrow will get the ball. 1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line. 7:31 left in the game. And that is a big run by a big running back. It's going to give him 5 yards. Number 27, Corey Sango Jr. The clock is just ticking away. 7:15 left in the game now. And have a feeling, Chris, unlike some of the other games where you've had teams that run the football well, and they've gone away from the running game as the clock started getting closer to the end. They wanted to get another touchdown by throwing it, and it put themselves in a position to almost lose. I think this team is just going to continue to run the football. He's turned around. The quarterback is literally watching the clock.
Yeah, they're playing situational football. That's exactly what you want to do this late in the game.
They're going to hand the ball off, get maybe a 1-yard gain. It's going to make it 3rd and about 4 yards to go.
Right.
And look, the quarterback, first thing he does, he peeks up at the clock.
Uh-huh. And that's exactly what you want to see. I mean, this is great maturation going throughout the years to see the football knowledge that's being expelled to these guys. And honestly, I'm beside myself right now seeing the maturation that these kids have really done between the 3rd grade to the 7th grade right now. Huge difference in football knowledge and skill. And you see this quarterback right now really playing that situation very well. He knows we just got to kill the clock. We're up by 2. We don't need to do anything special.
And he's going to fake the handoff to the fullback. He's going to take it around the corner where he goes out of bounds for the 1st down, but the flag is thrown. And that is number 16, Kyron Myers, who had a huge first half, rushed for over 100 yards before the 2nd quarter ended. Here in this half, it's been more of the tight end making the plays and right. Number 27, Corey Sango. But now the quarterback's going to get some running game too. Fortunately, that holding penalty is going to bring him back. It's going to be 3rd and long now, Chris.
Actually, it's not horrible. once that ball is snapped, you were going to run that clock, though, and it's going to – actually, you don't have to snap the ball because it was when it was placed.
Yeah.
So it's not horrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not horrible. And, we're going to have to talk about something here in just a
Another
second.
flag.
There's another one. And here's the thing.
Oh, we got a timeout before the flag was thrown. The refs are going to talk about it here.
Yeah, they're going to do this. What we need to do now, Carson, is in our offseason, because after this game, 5 minutes and 41 seconds to go, our football season's over with. We start going in procurement for next year for sponsorships and all. We need to have ourselves an official laundry on the field cleaners.
That's right.
We need some dirty laundry cleaners.
And, they're going to call the penalty.
Wow. That does seem like a little late and a little dirty laundry on that one.
That's going to be a controversial call that might come back to haunt Broken Arrow in this game.
It might, yeah. That's huge now. The first one, okay. Second one, not so good, because now it puts you at the 51-yard line, 49 if you're American, and you're under 5 minutes and 41 seconds.
Quarterback's going to he's going to throw it. He's got a man open. It is caught by who else? You guessed it. Number 42. I don't have a name because the roster's no good. Not enough for the first down. He's going to be about 3 or 4 yards short. And here's the replay.
We're going to have to give this guy a nickname.
He's going to mystery man. Nobody knows his name, and he's probably going to win. He's probably going to win the MVP for tonight, and we're not even going to have his name.
Okay, how about this? I mean, we've had a Bronco. We've had some really cool names. Bear.
There we go. Let's just give him a name.
We got to give him a name.
I think we're just going to call him Poseidon.
Poseidon. Oh, okay.
And that is no good. No fourth down conversion here. No. Instead, it's going to turn into a 1st and 10 for the Bixby offense. Down 16-14, 4:53 left in the game. This is your 7th grade state championship game. This game could have been tied, but that last touchdown for Bixby, the point after, was blocked by number 74, Reed Watkins. And now the clock will run as Bixby is set on the ball.
Maybe something cool like Paladin. Maybe that's the name we need to come up with, Some artillery.
Oh, he's got an opening. There he is. He's got the seam down the sidelines. Makes a man miss, and off he goes, and he is going. He will not be stopped. This is a touchdown.
Wow. What a turn of events on this one. I can't believe that just happened on one play.
That's 70 yards for the touchdown.
You got to see this one for yourself again, folks. He just bounces out to the outside. He makes a cut on the inside and turns on the Jets.
And that gives them a 20-16 lead. 4:31 left in the fourth quarter.
Brian Jones is getting my vote for MVP of the game with that play.
I think that may have got it for him. It's going to be whoever wins this game because these two players are going back and forth. Bixby lined up for the point after. It's worth 2 points if he makes it. Kick is up. Kick is good. This is a 22-16 ball game.
That was just outstanding run. Let's see that one more time. It's worth another look here. Jones gets it, just bounces out to the outside, jukes right there. He had him. Arm tackles are not going to cut it with this kid. Off to the races, touchdown. And now this game has a completely different dynamic now. You had a Broken Arrow team that was playing well. They were playing situational clock football like they should. But again, it was the penalties. The penalties are creeping up on them, and that might have cost them the game.
That definitely puts them now below. They're going to be trailing by 6 points, so they're down a touchdown. All they got to do is cross the goal line. This game is tied.
Right.
Bixby looking to end the home team curse, and that was the first time I've seen those Bixby fans over there just truly stand up. Every single one of them over there sitting down jumped to their feet when they saw him break that last tackle. So here we go. We're going to get the onside kick. It's going to take its bounce, and it is recovered on the 50-yard line by number 18, Ryan Ferris.
See,
Broken Arrow's going to get the ball, 4:31 left in the game.
I was actually expecting him to posture for that kick, but then bring it back and kick it long. I was waiting for that again, but not this case. Too bad too, because I think it would have been fun to watch.
So that was Jones' third touchdown tonight.
I think it was. Yeah, he's definitely been the MVP of this Bixby team that has played really lights out, and that's the first time they've taken a lead this year. This game, I should say.
And he's got a seam of his own. He's going to make some cut and break some tackles. That's good for a first down. The Broken Arrow fan base alive and now on their feet. Some of them have moved up to the fence. And the clock is running. The ball will be placed at the 38-yard line. That was a 12-yard run for number 27, Corey Sango, Jr.
Don't forget the junior.
He's going to hand it back off to Corey Sango. He's going to get about 4 yards on the play. The clock is running, 3:40 left in the game.
See, and this is a perfect example. I think on that last kickoff, I would have kicked it farther in because there's a higher chance that you're going to have that field position far back, right? So you're really trying to work the clock with you, not against you. And by kicking that onside kick, now they've got great field position here. I think I would have kicked it long.
He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to throw it, and he's open. He's got a man open, rushing down the field, tackled at the 13-yard line, number 24, Josiah Harris. And here we go. This has been a back-and-forth game all night.
I love it. This is great football right here. Finds him wide open right there. Nobody covered him.
And there, that clock is ticking. There's 3:09 left in the game. Broken Arrow down 22-16.
And I'm going to say this right now. If Broken Arrow ends up scoring and winning this game, it's going to be because of that kickoff decision. And
we've got a false start on Broken Arrow.
Oh, no. Hopefully they don't do this again.
Well, that's 5 yards back. If it was holding, it would have gone 10. Those are the big ones that kill you. You can be 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, then you get a holding. It brings you 10 yards back, and your drive has pretty much been done.
Right.
At least it has been for all the other teams tonight.
So we're under 3 minutes right now, and
1st and 15. They're going to hand the ball off to Sango. Makes a cut, goes up the middle of the field, and he scores.
No flags.
Touchdown, Broken Arrow. No flags on the play, and we are tied up at 22 apiece. 2:41 left in the game.
This is what we are talking about with INFC football. Playing at the highest caliber of Little League. 22-22 all. They have a chance.
3 plays.
3 plays, that's right.
3 plays.
And they have a chance to make this one a 2-point game. But can Bixby get in there and block this to get us into overtime, Carson?
The kick is up, and it's good.
Well, that
Broken Arrow has a 2-point lead. They are now up 24-22.
This is crazy. Let's take a look at that replay again because, wow. That's all I got to say about that. And I'm going to do a Forrest Gump with that one. But here it is. Right up the A. And there's a huge hole right there. That offensive line, the Hog Mollies, opening it up for them.
And now they're going to be set for the kick. Chris, do you think they onside it as well, or are they going to kick it deep? They've got nobody back there to recover a deep kick.
I'm going to kick it long. I don't care. I don't care about analytics or anything like that because what I'm worried about is 241 with a hot offense with Bixby.
And their best offensive player is also their kicker. There's the onside kick, and it bounces. Oh, and it's recovered by Bixby. That could have been the icing on the cake. Bixby does recover. That spun inside instead of out, and because of that, it went towards the Bixby player.
Wow.
All because of the rotation on the ball.
That's huge. But there's a huge asterisk right there. Bixby's got it on their 46.
And you can hear both fan bases with their chants. They're almost offsetting each other. But every now and then you can catch Bixby or a Broken Arrow word in there in the chant. So this fan base and this atmosphere is electric tonight. A great open field tackle by number 24, Josiah Harris. Makes it 2nd and 4. 2:19 left in the game. Bixby has the ball in the 50. Trailing Broken Arrow by 2. The fans are on their feet and they're getting loud. Chris, this whole environment is just what we've been asking for all night.
I love it. This is football right here, baby. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's a bad snap. Did he recover the football?
He did.
He did. Unbelievable. That is a 10-yard loss?
Yeah, and that's the first really bad snap that we've seen all game long. Or
that's
all
a 15-yard loss.
All day long. And we got about $1.45.
And that does it for him right there, I believe. What is that, third and
forever, but that doesn't mean anything, though.
That's tough.
This is 4-down territory. You're under a $1.35 left to go in the game, and they're going to take a timeout.
And this crowd is on their feet, and they're getting loud. 24-22, Broken Arrow has the lead. 1:32 left in the game. This is your 7th grade state championship. This has definitely lived up to the hype. We were warned about these two teams.
Oh, yeah.
We were told that these are really good football teams, and what they did not tell us was this was going to be probably game of the year, not just game of the day.
No doubt. No doubt.
And this crowd for Broken Arrow, they're loud. They're just loud.
Oh, yeah.
These are some pretty thick windows that we've got in front of us on this press box, and at times I've felt it almost like it was shaking. So here we go, Bixby. They're going to get 2 chances, barring any penalties.
Okay, yeah, it is set 3rd down on the down marker.
They're going to get in that quad set, it looks like.
Yeah, they've had some great success on that quad set. It almost looked like a diamond formation whenever they had it right.
Actually, it's going to be just a trips bunch.
Okay.
They're going to bring in a tight end to help block. Quarterback's going to take a snap. He's going to throw it to the slot receiver. It's bounced up, almost intercepted. And this is going to bring up 4th down.
Great play call. He had him open. It's just the ball sailed a little bit out of his reach. If it was put in a spot that it needed to be, that'd be a 1st down. The way that he was leading, the way that he had a step or 2 on that defender, it could have been 6 points.
Could have been. And here we go. They're going to get in that exact same formation. 4th down. They need this conversion. And this is for the game. They're going to send their best athlete deep. Ball's in the air. And it's intercepted by number 42, the kicker, the leading receiver. And their safety, and this crowd is going wild. Towels are being thrown in the air. Babies are being high-fived.
It's pandemonium. We're going to see this again on the replay. And he's got him, but he's double covered right there. I mean, there was nobody there. And that's it.
Now, if you bat that ball down, you get the ball over here on the 30. Nonetheless, you get to add it to your stat.
That's true, but you're going to get this win with 2 points, $1:20 left to go in the game.
And I don't think Bixby has but 1 timeout. They're going to just kneel the ball here. Instead, they're going to hand it off. And he's got an opening. He's going to have enough for a 1st down. Still moving. And everybody's getting loud. Broken Arrow scoring when it matters. And a coach is having to be asked to get off the sidelines for Broken Arrow. Other coaches had to push him off the field.
Wow.
When have you ever seen a coach have to push their other coach off the field?
I've seen it a few times in my day, actually. They get really excited, especially in a big matchup like this. We're going to have to hire more get-back coaches. I mean,
that was insane.
Yeah.
I've never seen a coach get pushed by their own coach.
Oh,
the ref was coming over. I think he was maybe yelling some stuff towards the Bixby players.
Might have been. And then you get some more Clinton Heinemans out here, get some great get-back coaches out here.
3 times straight get-back coach of the year, Clinton Heineman, for a minor league football.
Yes.
A position that and you see our cameraman is down there dancing as well.
Yeah, he's excited. Everybody's excited out here.
His alma mater, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is right. Unfortunately for us, his camera battery has died. He just doesn't know it yet. I can't get his shot because it's dead as a doornail. But he's still having fun out there, and these Broken Arrow fans out now are just having a blast. you wouldn't figure that it's below freezing out here.
So after the timeout, they're going to run the ball.
Uh-oh.
And there he goes. He's off for a touchdown. Bixby, they're not even going to bother to tackle him. They said, we've already lost. Who cares? Let him have the points. That's going to be 6 points added to the board. This is a 30-22 game. Well, when we show that replay, I just want you to watch anybody in a blue jersey. It's going to make you sick.
Oh, yeah, here it is right here. I mean, just line up, inside run, a good push. They just gave up. That's all there is to it. They just gave up on the play.
And I don't want to hear they're trying to let him score to get the ball back, because they're down 8. If he makes this, they're down 10, and then the game for sure is over. And there it is. Congratulations, Bixby coaches. You just called a horrible play. 32-22 for Broken Arrow. They have a 10-point lead with a minute left in the game.
There's really no situational football at this point. It's
No.
just basically you're going to kick it off. Now, my question, though, is you could add salt on the wound, which I'm not a big proponent of that.
Do it.
That's not – but the salt on the wound, you're going to kick an onside kick.
Do it.
You're going to get the ball back.
Do it.
And you're going to run the ball again.
Do it.
And get another 8 points.
Love it. Might as well. You're playing against a team now that just let you score 40-yard touchdown run to go down 10, because that makes a lot of sense. 1 minute left in the game. These kids have played hard, and I'm not discrediting them. It's more so their coaches
Bixby
for
does
that
get it
call.
back, though.
I don't understand why they let them do that.
Well,
It blows my mind. I've never understood that.
some
I
things
guess
in
I don't
life-
have to. I'm in a press box.
Right.
It's not like I've played any football.
But we're old and retired.
Yeah.
Yes. Our knees tell us that every day.
Definitely.
Especially mine.
Definitely that.
Yes. My mind, hey, I'm still a 20-year-old. My body, not so much.
Bixby's going to line up. They're going to try to send the receiver. I bet they're going to try to throw a fade route here. Instead, their quarterback's going to take it. Good enough for 5 yards.
I think we might get one more play for this one. But what a hard-fought game, though, by both of these teams. Very impressed. Outside of that last defensive play for Bixby, it's been lights out.
And that will be your ball game. Broken Arrow wins 32-22. They are your 7th grade state champions.
And
MVP.
Here's another replay here. They put a timeout there, but another great run. This kid's got some wheels.
The MVP will go to number 42, the mystery man, because we don't have a name.
I'm calling him Paladin.
He's kicking. He's making tackles, interceptions. He's catching touchdowns, converting 4th downs, getting big hits. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to give it to him, and you want to say you want to give it to any of the 2 defensive linemen, Reed Watkins or number 25, Edison Dennis, I'm not going to argue with you. They've just controlled that line of scrimmage the entire night.
Honestly, both teams.
All 3 of them.
Just
Bixby
amazing.
had 2 players that could have. I mean, this whole game, it's just been a very interesting game.
It has. It has. Now, both these players, all these players that are going to advance on playing junior high next year, this being the final year that you can compete in the Indian Nations Football Conference to make it to the championship game.
Unless any of them get held back.
Well, let's not go there.
Number 1, quarterback's going to take off running. He's going to get the first down. He's going to make a cut and go out of bounds, I believe. They're going to stop the clock with 6 seconds left in the game.
And look at that, bounces to the outside. Everybody's in the back just trying to cover. It allows for that run right there. Now he's going to do everything he's got. 6 seconds left to go in this one. And to try to get some points, because honestly, anatomically, it's not going to be correct out there. There's no way that you can come back and win this game or even tie it up. But you can get some points going into it for next year, a little bit more of a confidence builder.
I'm still trying to gather why Bixby let him score.
I don't know.
All they had to do was stop him and call a timeout, and it's 4th down.
I think they just got deflated. That's all there is to it.
And that was definitely a coaching decision there. So quarterback's going to run around. He's going to be brought down by 74, Reed Watkins.
And that is
your ball game. Your state champions, 7th grade. Broken Arrow Tigers are going to take home the title in the game of the night. I would go ahead and vote game of the year.
Yeah, there's no doubt to it. Helmets are flying. I mean, this was a great contest right here. The best one of the day, best one of the year that we've seen so far. What a great time out here. Carson, it's been so much fun calling these games with you today. And unfortunately, we were down a man, Matt Edwards, who's usually our color commentator, could not make it out today. He's a lineman by trade. Had to go work some lines for some unfortunate commercial property that went down, so had to cover for him.
We did, and we got to see the home team win every single championship game tonight.
Yeah.
The curse was not broken, so we're going to have to
see if that
lasts till next year.
Yeah.
You know, there for a second I thought Bixby was going to steal it, but Broken Arrow, they score 16 points in a 3-minute span to win by 10 after being down by 6. So that was insane to see right there.
Yeah. That's really tough.
We don't have a sideline reporter, so for those of you watching, we're not going to be able to get an answer as to why Bixby let the other team score when you were already down by 6, because that still makes a lot of sense. But
well, you know, again, I thought they were just deflated at that point, and Broken Arrow took perfect advantage of it, took full advantage of it.
They did.
And that's what you do sometimes.
Foot on the throat, foot on the pedal, however you want to call it. Broken Arrow gets the win, 32-22, our highest scoring game that we got to see today. We got to see a combined 54 points. This game alone had more points than all the other games combined.
It sure did.
So this was a really fun game to watch. We got to see big hits, sacks, blocked kicks, you name it, and it happened outside of a punt and kick return for a touchdown.
We didn't have a brawl, which is good.
Did not
we
have
don't
a brawl.
want to have a
thought
brawl.
we were going to have one in that 6th grade game between the
yeah.
Jinx and Edmond head coaches.
Yes.
I think that was just Twitter beef because they were hugging after the game.
I think so too.
But that's, it's good for football. You like to see a little bit of chippiness, but you don't want it to spill over into bad sportsmanship.
Right. And that's really the most important thing. You know, the development of these kids out here is not only how to lose, but also how to win. How to do it with some grace. And it's an emotional sport. It really is. Sometimes it's going to get heated. Sometimes, you're going to lose. Sometimes it's just going to be a bad day. But no matter what, you do it with some class. You do it with some sportsmanship, because it's really a game, and it's really to learn. And there's so many lessons that we get to learn from the sport of football in itself that a lot of people take advantage or disadvantage of, honestly, and they really just take it for granted.
And I want to say, too, one more thing before we head off. All the teams that we have seen lose today, they've had such great class, sportsmanship.
Yes.
They've taken it on the chin, and, it is what it is. Unfortunately, we're seeing this Bixby team. They're throwing helmets and kicking helmets, and
they're definitely upset.
They're upset. They had a 6-point lead,
right,
with 3 minutes left in the game. So you go from being up 6 to losing by 10.
Yeah, that's tough.
Wild.
That is tough pill to swallow for sure. And again, this is something that they're going to have to learn from, and they're going to carry it on. Losing like this in a championship game, yes, it sucks. But no, it's not bad, honestly, because it's going to teach you some humility.
Yeah.
It's also going to teach you to really respect the game a little bit more, respect the lead, respect the clock, and tackle sometimes. I mean, that was unfortunate. But
listen, that Bixby team that we just saw just now, that 7th grade Bixby team, that was such a fast team.
Oh, my
They had so much speed. It's going to be very interesting to keep up with them. I know that they lost this game, but we're going to keep up with this team. Because going forward, I know when they get to those coaches there at the high school level with the athletes in this group, keep an eye. We're going to see some gold footballs in the future added to the trophy case with this group. I've got a good feeling.
I know.
And this Broken Arrow group, this 7th grade group here, and from what I'm being told, the 8th grade Broken Arrow group that there is out there now is extremely well off in talent as well. So that's going to be a scary group when they get older. So these two schools separated by what? I think that their city limits actually border each other.
Yeah, they certainly do.
So,
well, another name, like we've been calling it all night for Bixby, number 5, Brian Jones.
Yeah.
Get used to that name. I'm telling you right now, you're going to hear it a lot more.
That kid right there, he's got big things for him. Big things in the future. So that is going to do it for us, Chris.
Well, we're going to stick with it and let them do the awards here and kind of do that, and then we'll wrap it up, and then that'll be it for our football season. It's It's been a very interesting one, covering high school sports here in Oklahoma and in Arkansas as well. This is the first time that Southern Sports has been able to have 3 crews going on consecutively.
Yep.
We're looking to grow also for next year, too. Speaking in terms of some of the schools around here that do not have broadcasting or want to really improve upon the broadcasting as well and be under one umbrella for everybody to watch. In a very safe and secure way. You don't have to worry about spam, signing up with anybody, having to pay fees to watch or anything like that. Just download the Southern Sports Network app and enjoy for free.
And one thing here, runner-ups, they do get their own rings, and they get a plaque. The state champions will get their rings, and they get the silver ball, or the crystal ball, I should say.
Yes.
Where does that trophy go?
I would assume it would go to the head coach. Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet you it would.
It's going to look good over some fireplaces for some people.
Yeah, and we're looking to win an award here pretty soon. I think we're going to go after an Emmy next year. I really want to get that.
Let's go do it.
And I've got a special place in my home office, in my credenza, right next to my football that we got for officiating in 2012 for the Conference USA championship game.
That's right.
I've got a nice little spot for an Emmy right there next to it.
What a game. We just got to see a lot of cool stuff in that game.
It really
was. That was a really good game. It turned into a 16-14 slugfest for the entire third quarter. Then the fourth quarter, they just explode. Everybody was getting points.
Oh, yeah. Both of these teams are very explosive.
Very good teams.
And it's kind of reflected upon what we're seeing right now out of both programs at the high school rank, too. Some great football here in Northeast Oklahoma.
Yep. And you know what? These teams were to play again in a week. I would not be surprised to see the score flip the other way around. Mm-hmm. If these guys played a 10-game season just against each other, I wouldn't be surprised to see it go 5-5 for both.
Oh, yeah.
They were so evenly matched. But the thing about it was we've seen these teams who weren't as flashy. They run the ball between the tackles. They've been the teams that have been winning today.
Yeah.
Broken Arrow, they're going to run the ball through the A-gap, and if you can't stop them, you can't stop them. They weren't going to stop.
No. And they honestly, we had talked about it earlier, too, is that they're really heavily penalized this game.
Yeah.
And they were able to get past it.
Yes. They're the only team that we've seen today that had more penalties than their opponent and still win. I'm interested to find out who number 42 is because he, so far, I think safe to say he's our MVP of the game.
Yeah.
If you want to go with number 27, Sango, he had 2 touchdowns late. You can go that route as well. Really, Broken Arrow had 3-4 players that you could list it off to.
Right.
But we're going to go with 42 because of the all the different ways he affected the game. Kicking, the point afters, catching the touchdowns, the interceptions,
right,
the fumble recovery, the fourth down conversions. He had 2 of them of 10 yards plus.
He's definitely the Swiss Army knife of this team.
Wears 1 glove. That's how I knew. When I saw he was wearing 1 glove, I said, he's probably their best player. It's also like when you've got an athlete that wears ankle socks. You better be good at football if you're out there wearing ankle socks.
Mm-hmm. Another hot one right there. That kid, you keep your eye on him.
Yeah, keep your eye on him and keep your eye on number 74, Reed Watkins, and keep your eye on number 25, Edison. And this whole group. Braylon Bell.
And there it is, mystery man, Braylon Bell. Braylon Bell, the Paladin. See, that has a ring to it. Powerful.
He is listed as number 26.
Yeah, they must have done a jersey change
on the roster.
Right.
There's going to be a loud pop from the crowd right here. And there it is, your state champions, 7th grade football Jinx, I'm sorry, the Broken Arrow Tigers break the jinx. They are the home team. They've won every game today, every home team. The away teams have not yet gotten a victory, so Bixby will leave as runner-ups.
And that's it. So here we are at the end of our season. It's been a fun season. It's been a long season.
It has.
But for some reason, it flashed. It's really
flown by.
Weird. It has. And here we are in November, and we're close to Thanksgiving here soon. And one thing I definitely want to give thanks to are all the viewers, all the supporters, all of my crew at the Southern Sports Network. Very thankful for that. We have some great future ahead of us.
Yeah.
A lot of retooling. We really want to do better every year and be one of the best broadcasts in the nation is what we're after. So stick with us. We're going to try to improve for next year. There will be some basketball that's going to be coming up in Arkansas. We've got the Green Forest tournament that's going to be coming up in early December. And we already have basketball underway with Prairie Grove doing it in some 5A. Up until next time, though, I'm Chris Dotson.
I'm Carson Smallwood. I wear sunglasses at night. We want to thank you guys for watching. This is the Southern Sports Network, and we are signing off.